guys, today I'm going to talk about Cambric and Celestra. So we use this for the bottom of furniture, and so the older one is the Cambric, and as you can see, I have it frayed because it actually is a material, and it used to be, it's not as fine a material as it started its life as, but it used to be in the Victorian days, probably like the 1860s. It was used somewhere around here on the Victorians. Maybe as a bib, I don't know, but it was a fine cambric, and it was a fine material. How it got from there to the bottom of furniture is anybody's guess, but that's what happened. So we like to use this on antiques. It's actually not an easy material to use. It has no stretch at all. If you're going to use it, you almost have to treat it like you're actually upholstering the bottom of the chair. So the cuts are really tough because there's no forgiveness at all. There's no stretch at all in this. So you really have to know your cuts if you're going to use this for the bottom of a piece of furniture. And you want to try to be neat when you're putting a bottom piece of furniture on, because some people do look at that. So be aware that if you're going to use this, it is tough to work with. So most of the time, I like using the Celestra. And I'll tell you this, the thing about the Celestra is that it's definitely a synthetic. It definitely does the job. It's the same job done, which is pretty much it's a dust catcher. It's pretty much all it is. And also it serves to finish off the bottom if there's any loose ends that you can see. It finishes off the bottom. But what's cool about this, oftentimes I don't even have to make cuts around the legs, depending on where the leg is, depending on how it sits. But sometimes you can actually work the Celestra as pleats around a leg pretty neat, in a neat way. Neater than if you were to cut it, if that makes any sense. So a lot of times what we do, just to give you a little bit of a background on how it's done, you want to fold one side over, and let's say you're on the front of the chair, staple the front of the chair, probably about 3 inches away from the leg. Then you go to the back, opposite what you did. Do the same thing opposite. Stay off the leg about 3 inches. Don't staple to the leg. Then go down the sides and stay 3 inches from the leg. So you get all the interior done, and you could be stapling like every inch or inch and a half. You don't have to be crazy with the staples on this stuff. Make sure though if it doesn't have a skirt that you're recessed a little bit on the bottom. You don't want this right out at the edge. And then after you get all that done, you can see either if you're using the cambric or the Celestra. If you're using the cambric, you want to fold it at that 90-degree angle, and then cut it at a 45-degree angle, and then work your pleats and staple around. If you're using the Celestra, see if you can use what I'm saying. See if you can take it and pleat it around the leg without cutting it, and then if that looks good, staple that, and you're done. So I have both in the shop. Don't use this as much. Celestra's my main thing. So we'll see you next time.